Is there really such a thing as good versus bad posture? There's a lot of debate about this. I'm Jade Hayes with Ethos. Let's get into the nerdy details. It's really important to understand that there's no real perfect posture. It all comes down to variability and how much you can get into and out of certain positions. So for example, if you need to get your arm all the way overhead, like in an overhead lift or reaching something off of a high shelf, you need to have spinal extension. If you don't have the ability to extend the thoracic spine, then all of the stress goes into the shoulder joint, creating wear and tear over time. So posture does matter, but it's all dependent upon context. If you're sitting down, hanging out, reading a book, it's gonna matter a lot less than if you're trying to lift something heavy. Changing your posture has to start with your breath, because your physiology and your neurology is going to prioritize breathing over every other system in the body. Oxygen is a chief nutrient. We can't really do anything without it. So your body's gonna prioritize breathing over stabilizing any joint. Because if it can't breathe, we die. So your body's gonna place itself in a position to optimize your breath, and this is what alters posture. Poor posture can become a compensation pattern that develops from muscular imbalances, but it can also come from heavy emotions, because our physical representation of self often mirrors our internal experience. But that's another video for a whole nother day. So let's get into compensatory patterns. Whenever our ribs are stuck in a flared position, this flattens the diaphragm, making it really hard to take a deep breath and to rotate well. Then we start to overcompensate by pulling air in with our neck muscles. Like that. Don't believe me? Try it. Stand up, flare your ribs, and try to take a deep breath in. It becomes a lot harder. Now, push your head forward and take that same deep breath, but without changing the rib position. You're gonna notice that that second position with the head more forward is gonna allow for an easier breath with less restriction. So our body's gonna move our muscles into the position that it needs to get into in order to get airflow in with the least amount of restriction. So your nervous system is going to prioritize breath over every other system in the body, and the way you breathe can actually create changes all the way through the chain, like the way you hold your body or even how you digest. Going back to the shoulder example I said earlier, if we're stuck in this position and we try to push something heavy overhead, it's not that the posture itself is bad, it's that pushing the weight overhead when you're outside of neutral is going to impact the shoulder by adding more stress and wear and tear over time. So to clarify, holding yourself in any posture is not bad, but when we're outside of neutral and we try to load the joints, that's when things get hairy. So while there's no such thing as bad posture, the problem is when you become stuck there, anywhere, for far too long. The best training program is gonna be a program that first focuses on postural balance to get you into a neutral position. From a neutral position, your body has equal access to all ranges of motion. This is what maintains the health of your joints and optimal performance in sports and in life. So if you're a desk worker and you're sitting with a rounded posture all the time, it's really good to be able to reverse that at certain points in your day. One thing you could do is reverse your posture in any downtime that you have, if you're reading a book or playing with a kid on the floor. What's important is movement variety. Sitting in one position for too long can become habitual, but don't make it a ritual. Change it up.